Just to give you an idea of how devastating and how fast moving and really dangerous this fire was, the Hughes fire in just less than 12 hours burned over 9,000 acres. The Palisades fire, which burned for several days, only hit about 20,000 acres, which was already, of course, enough, but just a lot, but just gives you an idea of how fast moving this Hughes fire was, very quickly threatening communities of Castaic. About 20,000 people or so under evacuation orders, that is mandatory evacuations, the other 40,000 or so under evacuation warnings. That is sort of a pre-alert that tells people essentially pack your belongings and get ready to evacuate if conditions worsen. But really a dangerous situation for a region that has already seen, of course, so much devastation earlier this month. But there were two elements that really helped firefighters gain sort of the upper hand as the afternoon and evening hours progressed. First of all, the fact that the fire started on the other side of Castaic Lake, that is away from those residential areas, that gave firefighters a couple of hours before structures became immediately threatened, unlike what we saw in the Palisades, when there were houses going up in flames within the first few minutes. And of course, the other element, the major saving grace, was that was a direct consequence of the Palisades and Eaton fires, was that there are currently several thousands more firefighters additionally stationed across Southern California. Firefighters from neighboring states, from northern parts of California, from Canada, from Mexico, who were here on standby just in case fires like this one erupt. And so, of course, they were able to make some very quick progress. I can tell you, within the first minutes of receiving that notification that there was a new fire going on, we were seeing already requests for additional aircraft, about 50 fire engines, 50, just immediately going to the scene to immediately attack this fire. So a very different situation, thankfully, compared to 2 weeks ago.